Now here's the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate has returned to his historic lows that we reached right before COVID hit. And, you know, very strong. We've had a big problem with people or companies trying to find employees. So that's driven really strong employment. Now I will tell you, and this is important, and look at this graph intently. Unemployment rate is probably the biggest lagging indicator of where an economy is going to go. It tends to reach its lowest point right before we go into recession. It doesn't start moving up until you get into the middle of a recession, as you can see here. Dropped and then starts moving and then peaks out kind of even after the recession has ended. There's the one in the 1980s. You can look at any one of these. Because the first thing when profits are going down and sales are collapsing and all the rest, it's not like the CEO walks in, okay, we got to fire everybody. No, that's the last action they make. So employment is always a lagging indicator when you're looking at the unemployment rate. There's forward indicators in the employment sector, but the unemployment rate is not it. But there is something unhealthy in our labor markets, and that is the labor force participation rate. That's how many people are participating in our labor force. As you see, we came from the 1960s and started having this big boom up because that was the time in the 70s and 80s when women entered the labor markets. And then it peaked in 2000 and has been steadily kind of going down, and then really took a hit after COVID and still hasn't rebounded. The biggest reason for this is working age males. Believe it or not. Yes, you have retirees of the baby boom generation, all the rest, but working age males. If you looked at a graph, females have remained steady, consistently rising. Males have been declining. There's been a lot of studies on that. And what they've concluded is, sadly, drug abuse, alcoholism, mental health issues not addressed, a whole series of things. I mean, think of when you go up to LA and you look at the homeless camps and you look at the people, most of them are males, and most of them are of working age, 25 to 55 years old. So it's very sad that that has occurred. The other dynamic studies have shown government welfare system that has encouraged a lot of people not to work between, all forms of assistance, housing assistance, food stamp assistance, name it. A lot of people don't have to work. So it's a troubling trend. And I think that's one of the reasons why the unemployment rate will stay a bit lower and employment a bit stronger even in the next recession, because it's hard for employers to find quality people.